Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams. Welcome to Urban Survival. It's going to be another exciting day because we briefly got to talk about good old Project Spirit. So there will be a little inclusion of Project Spirit in this particular live stream. What's going on, Zaz? Welcome to a live stream. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to go down. We're going to take a look at Project Spirit, and I'm going to show you all the milestones she hit today. I know some people are going to have a hard time following this one, but I'm not going to surprise you. I'm going to actually shock a lot of you folks because the milestone that we hit today, and I'm going to show you the odometer. Project Spirit is close to turning her odometer over for the third time in her life. It's not a joke. Basically, Project Spirit is coming up on 300,000 all original miles on her original six-cylinder. And she's about to turn 46 years old in November. So that's like huge. You know, Project Spirit's almost 50 years old. Her original engine's still there, still going strong for the most part. I mean, does pretty good. You know, can't complain. So it's going to be an exciting stream. We are going to go down. We'll take a look at that odometer so you guys can see it. I'll probably even grab my keys and fire her up and let y'all hear sounds of the 70s, as we typically call it here on the channel. Along with that, we're going to be getting back to work and finishing up the axe. The axe is pretty well done, other than I just want to touch up the handle, get a better finish on here than what the handle originally came with. Which is not really so much a finish, it's more of a stain. There is a difference, but I like the way that it feels in the hands afterwards, because if you're going to be working with the tool, it needs to be comfortable. Otherwise, you don't want to work with the tool. So we're definitely going to cover that. So we're going to wait till about the 10-minute marker as usual, let everyone kind of make their way in. It's going to be an exciting stream. I'm looking forward to this. Okay. I'm excited. So Zaz, you came in at the right time. There's enough daylight out here where you're going to be able to get a good look at Project Spirit, my 1975 Ford Maverick. It's a really cool car because the four-doors, when it comes to Mavericks, are almost non-existent. They really don't even exist, to be honest with you. Except on paper. You just it's one of those things, you just know they existed. So I've got an unusual car. Most people turn their noses up at the four doors, and I'll be absolutely honest with you. I like having four doors. You know, you grab your wife and you want to grab some friends, go out on a double date. You don't have to fight with a back seat. What year is it? That would be 1975. There, Black Lotus. Welcome to the live stream. I don't believe I've met you before. Well, regardless, thank you for coming in, and just kind of make yourself at home. We're all friends here. This is primarily a DIY channel. We do a little bit everything on here. I guess you could say in a lot of ways. As a matter of fact, we just got through over the weekend painting the bicycle project. Last weekend, we took part of the air cleaner assembly off of my my 1975 Ford Maverick. Everyone knows it as Project Spirit. So I took Project Spirit's, the lid off. Cleaned it up, made it look good. So it looks a lot better. And Princess Bay is going to do something special and kind of exciting to that. We're trying to get our ducks in a row so we can begin doing the body work. I've had to put a lot of stuff on hold. And this next week, she's going into a shop. What's going on, Mikey G? Good to see you, buddy. This next week, she's going to be going into a shop, and we're going to do an we're going to do a transmission swap. Doesn't exactly need it, but it's one of those things it's one of those things that it's getting harder to get parts from them old transmissions, What's going on, Feldman? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, times have changed. Sometimes you got to update that stuff. So we're going to be doing a lot of project work today, and we're going to go down. You guys are going to get to see this. It's not a joke. This isn't a sound bite or something like that. You guys are going to see that original odometer. Yep, you just uploaded a new video? Drop that link so we could get over there and check it out, brother. You know how we roll in here. So we're talking about an original inline 250. And my dear friend, third gen 83, he has a hard time, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry, brother. You know, I understand. I understand, you know. I mean, sometimes it's hard, you know, dealing with all the stuff that we're dealing with. I mean, you told me a lot of the stuff you're dealing with, you know, some of the great pains you've had to deal with, you know, and I mean, I get it, man. There you go, filming. Thank you. So we can get over there and see that video. But you know what? I mean, earlier this year, I lost my grandmother, and this is the same grandmother that you know stuck up for me when I was a kid, you know, dealing with family issues and things like that. And then on top of that, some of my most fond memories with that grandmother, and she's gone now. You know, she passed away. Actually, the day that we buried her was the day I was celebrating 14 years sober. You know, so it was hard. I mean, I understand, you know, some of the pains that you've gone through. You know, believe me, I get it. You know, but you know that's just it. You know, we're still doing what we're supposed to be doing, and no matter what happens, as long as we're doing it, we're doing the right thing. You know, and we just got to keep reminding ourselves that we're doing the right thing. You know, if you get hung up on all that stuff, I mean, you get drugged down pretty quick. You know, I mean, this year, I mean, you know, besides that, you know, we've dealt with the pandemic, frustrations and struggles of all sizes and shape. There you go, Mikey G. That's what's up. We got some awesome people here, and be sure to check out the people in blue. They usually the people that are in blue run channels of their own. Awesome people. They're fantastic friends to not only me but to several other folks out there. We've got our own little community right here on the Prince Magnum channel that I'm very proud of, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, that's just really, really exciting that we have such a wonderful crowd. What's going on, Queen Bee? There's our, there's our, there's my wonderful dear friend Queen Bee, who has asked probably one of the spiciest questions in the Ask Cinnamon comment section of the Discord. Oh my God! So what's up? As soon as we finish this, we're going to go down. This is not, again, it's not a joke. Project Spirit's about 10,000 miles away from turning her odometer over for the third time in her life. She's coming up on 300,000 all original miles on that engine. I know, it's, you know, yeah. Yeah, real quick. My dear friend, third gen 83, I love him, the guy to death. He's like, man, it's not possible. It's not possible. You know, really it is, you know. Oh, I totally seen that. I totally seen that. But yeah, 1383. And the thing of it is when he said that it wasn't possible for Ford engines to do that from back in the day, he's right, but I'm also right. And let me explain. In the V8 category, I don't know many V8s that last around 300,000. But Chevrolet, Ford, and Mopar all had six cylinders that lasted like you would not believe. And around where I live, not just Chevy, but Ford and Mopar all have old six cylinders, million-mile engines in them, still on a farm. Farmers will pull them out, just put them in a different truck and keep on trucking. I mean, the bodies will rust before the six cylinder gives out. And these are old farm trucks, and they'll go forever as long as you take good care of them. They're all like that back then. But that was the six cylinders of the day. And, you know, we're talking six cylinder engines that, no joke, you know, have been around since the 50s. They're still going. You can't break those engines. I mean, as long as you take good care of them, them old farmers usually do, they'll go forever. And you can't beat them. I mean, farm trucks, of all things. You'll see them jump in their old farm truck, fire up their old, you know, that old six cylinder. You hear blah, 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 blah. I don't even know how them engines are still running, you know, but they'll take off and go off and do whatever it is they're doing, hauling hay, whatever, come back, keep, you know, don't even phase that old truck, them old six cylinders. They were all like that. They all did it. You know, so Project Spirit, 300,000 miles, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what them 6-cylinders can do. If you took good care of them, you had to take real good care of them. I mean, you really had to take good care of them. I mean, you got baby those things, and they'll last you forever. But a lot of the farmers around here where I live, commonplace. Even if they don't drive them all that much for a couple months, they'll change the oil just to make sure that it's changed. That's just how they roll around here. That's just how they do things. Just one of them things. I mean, they will last a long time. You take good care of them, they take good care of you. But the V8s, nah, they don't last like that. And it's really easy to explain it away. The problem is on your V8s and your 6-cylinder, your inline super bad about them, but I don't include their slant sixes in the inline because they slanted over a little bit. That's how their answer to the V8s at the time. But the way the old, you know, if you think about it, a V8, the pistons are laid on the side like this. They're going up and down. Calm down. They're going up and down, and they're rubbing up against the cylinder walls. Well, in inline 6, the pistons are going up and down, straight up and down like that. Well, gravity's working for them, and gravity's still gravity, even inside your engine, okay? So if the pistons are laid over like this, you're going to get more friction, more wear and tear, so they're not going to hold up as long. But with an inline 6, gravity's working with it, so it lasts longer, less friction, less wear and tear. Hey, what's going on, Ian? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Don't take off yet. I got an axe to finish. If all goes well, we'll be showing it off, actually doing some freaking work in the live stream. In a live stream, you know, at a later date, later on this week. We'll get out there and maybe chop some wood. Anyhow. So let's go down. We'll take a gander. You may not be able to see it super well, but you'll be able to see it enough. That video, not a joke. Project Spirit, still going. That's awesome sauce for me. I mean, I you know, puns tonight. Right? The puns are strong with me. Hey, what's going on, Sean? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're basically going to show this, and then we're going to get to work on the axe, finish it up, and then I'm going to jump onto Fortnite because I'm in Division 5 and still climbing. You know, that's what's up. All right. Well, I threw that in there that we were briefly going to talk about this. All right? Calm down, man. All righty. Good old Project Spirit. Okay? There's our odometer. We are getting awfully close. So, exciting times. Exciting times. What's going on, Think Different? So we are under now. We're under. That's what's funny. But we're getting awfully close. So I'm excited about that. You know, it's neat to see these old cars still rocking and rolling, you know. You take good care of them, they take good care of you. Now, in the case of urban survival, these there we go. It was designed to deal with shortages. You know, a gas shortage from back in the 70s. And granted, we haven't seen anything like that in a while, but it's still important to remember that it's easy to work on, decent on gas, and if you take good care of them, they take good care of you. So, if I was to say have to make a trip to maybe trade something or something like that, perfectly great. All righty. So enough talk about Project Spirit. Let's get on with the work we got to do. All right. We got work to do here. All right. Make some minor adjustments here so you all can hopefully see what I'm working on. Here's our axe. So if you all want to ask me any questions, There you go. What's going on, Jim and John? We're working on an old camping axe we refurbished. Check that out, man. We're actually getting ready to put a new finish on it. Good to see you, buddy. Hang on a second. Let's get this done. Actually, it might help if I shed some light on the situation. There we go. Now I can see what the frick I'm working on. Hang on a second. Give this thing a flip. Just on hooks right here, we can flip that up. Then turn it around. I hate it when my hands fumble like that. There we go. About time to change sandpaper. You know what? I'm just not happy with this damn thing. Sandpaper's just not gripping. It's being a pain in the ass. Damn it. Get back up here. Where are you guys going? Ha! Ha! Well, my sister is here. There you go. Oh, the banter is real. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ian was there. He was there. He was there to give me the support I needed for the big stream Saturday. Yeah, I knew you were busy. It's all good. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. Hey, it is what it is. The stream still turned out good. Last I looked at, we're almost at like 90 views for that thing total. It works. I haven't seen any nasty grams on it, so we're doing good there. All right. I'm very happy with this axe handle now. Check it out, guys. Very happy with that. So now the next part. Hey, what's going on, Blucky? Good to see you. Now, this is an actual stain, not a finish. Let me go over that real quick. Stains are designed by nature to make the wood look darker. It does not actually seal anything in. But this thing's not going to see a whole lot in the way of moisture, so it's perfectly okay. Along with that, a finish, now that's a totally different ballgame. Most people get the two confused. A real finish, if you will actually seal it. Thank you. Thank you, Black Locust. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been an interesting project. Bought this at a yard sale, bought the axe head at a yard sale for a grand total of $5. Okay. There was also a second one that came with it. And that one was cracked. But Princess Faye turned that into a work of art. She's got to put some Mod Podge on it. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, the wife said, what the wife says goes on that, right? I get you. Again, yeah, exactly, sis. Exactly. And my sister knows exactly what I'm talking about. There we go. Nice, even coats. And this will soak into the wood, giving this old axe a brand new look. Check that out. There you guys go. Check it out. Huh? Actually looking like something now. Yeah, bullshit, sis. I know the family you come from. We're smarter than we lead on. There's our new handle. And I got some of the stain on my phone. Try not to lose you guys here. Yeah, she's still in regular school. Ta-da! Now it has to dry. What do you guys think? Scoot back so the camera could get a decent look at it. Well, yeah, it's an axe. It's an axe. Not bad. Not bad. We got a lot done. Thank you, Black Lotus. Appreciate that. Nice and shiny. Looks like it's ready for work, which is exactly what we made it for. Yeah, nice and shiny, right? Queen Bee, always a smart aleck. Wouldn't have her any other way. So we got a lot done today in just a short amount of time. It didn't take us, what, a couple minutes, really? Now, real quick, what's going on, Jamie? Yeah, it's more of a camping, it's a hatchet. Just finished up our axe project. Detailed it very nicely. It's now ready to return to service. So our camping axe is ready to return to action. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Not bad. We'll definitely, yeah. It's all the same. All the same, really. And we bought this thing, and it was a giant hunk of. Once the handle dries, it'll be perfect for whatever we decide to use it for, which of course that'll be chopping wood. Okay, so not bad. Not bad. We can live with that. So basically for $5, and then if you count the handle, because I really didn't feel like making a handle. So all total, the handle was about $14, 15 after taxes. It was almost $15. So we'll say 15. And the axe head, about $20. Okay. The rest of the stuff I already had here. So there's something to be said about taking something old and making it new again. And on Urban Survival, one of the things that I like to point out is a lot of times people still like that old stuff. If there's a shortage going on of something that you might need, taking something like that, you can actually trade that to somebody, get the things you need. You could sell it to someone and buy the things you need. During this entire pandemic, I've been trying to say to everyone as much as possible, by getting out there and doing these goofy little projects like this, projects don't even really seem like they amount to a hill of beans, do add up. But now, along with that, the Prince Magnum channel actually has another tool that we can use at some point for whatever we may need. That to me is a pretty sweet deal. And we got it on the cheap. Can't beat that. You know, you can't beat it. So again, I mean, anybody could do this stuff. Anybody could do this stuff. It's how bad do you want to do it? You know, ask yourself that. Ask yourself those questions. You know, if I wanted to do this, can I do it? You don't need my permission or anybody else's to try something out, unless you got a wife and she doesn't think you should be around power tools. But then there's still hand tools, so that's a BS statement there. You know, get out there and do something with yourself. I always like to stay active. Really quick, talking about people that stay active. Many of you have been asking about my son. Well, we ran into a little bit of a hiccup, but it's a short-term hiccup, not a long-term hiccup. And let me explain. Before y'all get upset, let me explain what's going on. My son Devin and I were parted some time back for crimes I didn't commit. It was one of those deals that there's a whole video actually showing the police department that accused me of this and how great they do actual police work. They can't. So that being said, my son and I I've been trying to get my son home, my son Devin, one of my 5 kids. And I was talking to the facility that he's stuck in right now. My son has some behavioral issues and a lot of problems that come with many of the things that he's been dealing with. His mother basically did drugs while she was pregnant with him. So he's got problems. And more or less, I said, it's time he comes home. Okay. It doesn't matter if we do it now or when he's 18, he needs to come home and I'm ready. And they're like, okay. And y'all knew that I was supposed to be starting visitation and everything. Well, they decided to skip the visitation, go straight to family therapy. And let me explain before y'all get upset. The family therapy thing, what will happen now is it will go a whole lot faster now. Oh, you got 3 kids? Wow. You want to do some blacksmithing? My goodness. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Jammin' John, Mr. Sketch Scars. So yeah, they're moving ahead. They're moving ahead fast. Right? Oh, it was a lot of BS. They accused me of child abuse. Me. Okay? And I turned around and I'm like, I looked right at the public defender and I'm like, this is bogus. She said, I know it is. But a dirty police officer is still a police officer. And unfortunately, they're going to believe him over you. You got a question? It is. It sucked. It's home. Never. And I won't. And my son and I have talked about it a little bit. And he's fully aware that I want him to come home. And he's like, okay. We got to talk. Right. Thank you. Thank you. We have two children together, and that's another story. Basically, in the state, yeah, it's still real here, okay, in Missouri, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. The problem is, thank you so much, Miyagi. I'm going to say it right now, okay, and a lot of people might have a hard time swallowing this. Racism is still real in Missouri. It's just not where you think it is. It's against Native Americans. And the more Native American you are, the more racism you will have to endure. I've went so far now is to tell expecting Native American families, if you're expecting children, move out of the state. Get as far away from Missouri as possible. Go back to the reservation, something. Right? There you go. Right? There you go. Black Lotus, thank you. You know, what was that? What was that MLG? I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have done more good. Oh, you guys still working on that adoption? Dang, man. So, straight up honest, I've dealt with a lot of stuff over the course of the last few years, over kids. In Missouri, if you're Native American, you will suffer their wrath. It gets swept under the rug. Nobody talks about it because Native Americans, we're not important. Most people don't even realize that there's still Native Americans alive. We still exist. Okay. We still live just fine. Thank you very little, you know. Um, right. Right. Exactly, MLG. Um, but as the Prince Magnum channel grows and continues to grow, politicians are forced to recognize that we are a force to be reckoned with. They're forced to that whole point that they have no choice but to realize that the more I talk, the more they have to listen. And that's what they get worried about. Thank you so much, Jamie. I appreciate that. Right, exactly. You know, so I'm going to tell y'all right now Missouri is a cold hearted place when it comes to Native Americans. And I still, to my knowledge, have family on a reservation, the Pima Indian tribe out in Nevada. I'm sorry, Arizona. Arizona. I kept thinking some other, out in Arizona. When the pandemic hit, we were actually getting ready to, my mom and I were getting ready to declare my Native American citizenship. Hers as well. As a matter of fact, on one side of my family, going to my grandpa's side, my mom's dad, come to find out, that particular grandpa, actually, he's descended from a particular village that isn't really talked about. Oh wow, yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Uh, that is some of the last remaining members of the Aztec Indians. So I even have a little bit of Aztec in me as well. Very unusual. My mother was telling me about this. I about had a heart attack. I'm like, how the hell did an Aztec get all the way in Missouri then, at that point? That's what I've been told. And, you know, um, the Pima Indian, Apache, and Aztec Indian, all wrapped up in one side of my family, and it's like that's really crazy. And for the longest time, I always thought I was Latino. You've all heard me talk about it. Come find out, there's so little Latino in there, I can't even count it. I don't even qualify anymore. New. It's ridiculous and crazy. So if y'all said, you look Native, you were right. You know, you look like you're just off the reservation. Not quite. So that's some crazy stuff, isn't it? And it's still real here in Missouri. It's still very real when it comes to the Native Americans. Oh, it shocked me. It's like that explains a few things. Not quite, not quite. I'm like this all year round anymore. Might be the sun, you know, Missouri. Um, as a matter of fact, Missouri. Oh yeah, wonderful. And for the record, I'm also going to talk briefly for a moment and give a special shout out to my fellow Lakota Nation Native Americans. The Lakota Nation, for those that do not know, that's where the Standing Rock protests were happening. For those that do not know, last year, our current president gave in to the corporations and ran a pipeline through the you know through the Lakota Nation tribe. That pipeline burst and polluted the entire water supply. So now the Lakota Nation is dealing with the effects of an oil spill, and it doesn't look like there's any hope for the Lakota Nation at this point in time. Wow, that is awesome. So much of my culture I don't even know. And I didn't find out I was Native American until I was 30 years old. And here I am now, still playing catch up. You know? Yeah, that's Blucky there. That's my boy. You know, and now, you know, we're battling to get my kids home. So as we create content like you've seen today here on the channel, the more you folks watch, and the more people that join the channel, and the closer we get to having the numbers being turned back on, you know, believe me, the more that the state of Missouri will have to listen, and they're going to have to acknowledge that they did wrong. And when that comes out, my kids will be coming home. You know, thank you so much. For those that don't know, versus the game, Mrs. Miyagi. I know I just massacred that. Um, you know, absolutely. Canadian and German. That's kind of an unusual combination. Wow. Thank you guys so much. But the closer we get, the more Missouri will have no choice but to actually turn the children back into us, you know, turn back over to us. And that will happen. That will happen. I've not given up hope. I will be glad to tell my son that the Maverick Nation shows their love. I know he will just be tickled. Really? Yeah, only time will tell from here. Thought you were Irish, but you were actually German? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's an ongoing issue. That's awesome. You know, real quick, since we're mentioning a little bit about World War II right there. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, tradition and progression. Tell y'all a little something. I'm going to tell. I need to give a special shout out for our dear friend MLG, who's all the way up in Canada. I got to talk briefly about World War One and World War Two. A lot of times, us. Wow. I, yeah, on one side of my family, I come from an old German family. Since we're talking it, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to take a special moment for MLG. You guys have a very, very underrated military in Canada. During the First World War, them Canadians fought just as hard as anybody else, right alongside of Australians, New Zealanders, British, and United States soldiers. Fought shoulder to shoulder with them. Fought through France and, of course, Belgium, and defeated Germany in the First World War. They did it again in World War II. My grandfather, who's long since passed, fought shoulder to shoulder with British, Australians, New Zealanders, and Canadians. And let me tell you, those guys are some of the toughest sons of bitches to ever grace a military uniform. Big special shout out to the Canadian military for their services in both the First World War and the Second World War. Great big shout out. Right? Oh yeah, Jammin' John and I, we actually met at my job, and he's long since moved on and doing other stuff. But I'm going to tell you, that guy right there, he showed me a lot of things, and it was some of his early stuff that started the Prince Magnum channel into turning into what it is now. And so Jammin' John, a lot of y'all, eventually ended up in Choices Games live stream, but everything he taught me on how to properly promote my channel and everything worked out in Choices Games live stream. And now look at us, over 1,000 strong, and the bigger we grow, the bigger we grow. Oh wow, yeah, you'd be amazed at some of the family genealogies you'll run into. Just absolutely amazing. Let's see. I'm wondering. Can I? It's close, but the axe is done. I'll have to clean up the stain that got down here on the axe head, but that's not a big deal. A little bit of rubbing alcohol, it'll be just fine. It turned out great, didn't it, guys? Showed off a little bit of Project Spirit, got the axe done. Now we can take it out and try it out once it completely dries. And in a very near future stream, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take it out, we're going to try it, and we're going to basically cut up some wood that normally the city cuts down for us. And we're going to basically make a little fire pit, and you guys are going to hang out with us, enjoying a nice little campfire in the backyard, more or less. And might even roast some marshmallows. Hell, we may even sing Kumbaya. I doubt it, but we're probably going to have a lot of fun. Again, little projects like this mean all the difference in the world here on the channel. What are you guys doing? What's the next project for you? What are you looking at doing next? Ask yourself that. What can you do today to expand the mind, to give yourself another skill set? Ask yourself that. Is it picking up and writing a story? Is it making another film for here on YouTube? Are you gonna learn a new recipe in the kitchen? You gonna try a new part out on your car? You gonna do the tune-up on your car? Or are you at least gonna take a look at what parts you want used in your car at the shop? Little projects. Ask yourself what you're gonna do today to better yourself tomorrow, because that's what it's all about. Life's too short. At the end of all of this, I hope when I'm in front of my maker, I'll be able to say, I spent a lot of time learning and passing on the knowledge that I learned. That's my message in this particular stream. Ask yourself what you could do today to make yourself grow as a person. That self-betterment thing that a lot of us sometimes forget is still a real thing. That's what it's all about. And I had a lot of fun doing that axe. It's done. So that brings tomorrow. We're on Gamer and BRFC's channel. I will be there. I hope the rest of you are there. Be there or be square. All right. This will be, you guys, he opens up the lobby to everybody who wants to play. We have a lot of fun. Adults only in that particular stream. And please don't forget to check out the pre-game Tuesday Night Madness show where he goes and hangs out with a very sweet young man and basically plays Fortnite with a young man who's very special to all of us versus the game's young son. Absolutely an amazing young man. He is a young man, in my opinion, and definitely worth your time checking it out. Please do so. Okay? Double check, make sure the chat is still moving. That's right, you baby boy. Well said. Well said. And that's right. Ian is just an amazing friend. And for those that do not know, I'm going to give a special shout out to my dear friend, Ian, Gay Marine BRFC, a veteran of Her Majesty's Royal Marine Corps, did his time serving Her Majesty. He's one of the finest men that I know, and he's a great friend to many of us. There's not a person like him out there. And I will tell you all that that spending time with him in a live stream on his channel is one of the great joys that I have got to take in here on the Prince Magnum channel, being Prince Magnum. It's an honor that he lets me in, and it's a privilege to be a part of his family here on YouTube. He's just a very kind and loving man. Don't let him fool you. He's one of the sweetest guys you'd ever meet. And I will tell anybody out there, if you don't know him, you do need to get to know him. That's what's up, Mikey G. That's what's up. Mikey G is another dear friend of mine here on YouTube. That's right, we love Ian very much. Mikey G has also opened up his live stream and let me come in and hang out, and I've got to be the voice on his live stream. Picked up a few W's in Fortnite together, we have, and I will tell you, he's an amazing friend. Enjoy playing Fortnite with him. I miss playing Save the World with you. We got to do that again, man. We got to do that. So much fun. That's right, Blucky. Our dear friend Bluck Light Fox Art and Cartoon. Absolutely amazing guy. I've seen some of his artwork. Fantastic. Again, any channel he goes into always brings just that aura of happiness with him. Amazing friend to the channel. Come on, He's a very sweet and kind person, and I'm always grateful when he's here. Sean, I know you're in the background. Another great guy. Another great guy. I can't wait to see what project he's going to roll out. Have no idea. We got Queen Bee, her and her husband, TFC Gaming. Fantastic couple. Can't thank them enough, Great people. Great people. Love playing Fortnite with them, too. Absolutely amazing folks right there. Along with that, Queen Bee does amazing streams. TFC Gaming has gone to TFC Designs and has an amazing looking Camaro project. There you go. That's what's up. We got Versus the Game in here. Her and her husband Minion. Fantastic folks. Fantastic folks. I love their live streams. Love the way they interact. Minion's a real reserved kind of guy. Yeah, just very off the wall, very, just very amazing personality. Always love to hear her laugh. Yeah, I just said it. we're catching up here. I mean, just amazing folks in here. Amazing folks. Come on, that's what's up. The Prince Magnum channel is very, y'all got the cinnamon character, okay? if all goes well, we will see Cinnamon again answering your questions that are in the Discord. Not a joke. That's right. You guys are going to get to have your questions answered from the Discord from your favorite character on the Prince Magnum channel, Cinnamon. For those who do not know, Cinnamon is kind of my drag queen character that we came up with. We did one makeup live stream and it's turned into a monster. So y'all got Cinnamon now. So, and I've got to nab hold of Ian, and we definitely got to do his. He's up on the chopping block for the Try Not to Laugh challenge on Fortnite with Cinnamon. I meant to do it last Saturday, but Princess Faye kept me busy. We'll leave it at that. Good times, you know. You know, that's what's up. All righty. So again, we're going to shut her down a little early. We actually had a lot of folks in here. I could see, I may be wrong, a total of 12 likes. If you guys see more than that, drop it in the chat. But I'd see a total of 12 likes. So if you've not had the opportunity to smash that like button, do so at this time. All right. And again, a reminder, we have a lot more projects on the table yet to finish before the summer is over. We got the bicycle project. We got that painted last over the weekend. We've got more work to do on Project Spirit. She goes in the shop next week. Holy crap. Automatic transmission for Project Spirit. And then while Project Spirit's in the shop, we've got more work to do to Project Lena. The work continues. So we got a lot of ground to cover. Stick around also, because when Princess Faye gets back, I promise you there will be something else on the cusp of surviving romance. What is it going to be? Well, we'll wait to see when we get there. All right? The excitement doesn't stop here on the Prince Magnum channel. And it's because of you guys that we are now less than 1,000 hours away from being remonetized, and it's all because of you folks. We are that close. That close. Talk about freaking awesome. At the end of the stream, we will be so freaking close, we might as well be able to just throw a rock and hit the other side. It wouldn't even take much of a throw. We're that close, folks. That close. So, we're at the top of the hour. Again, not much more to do from here. I'm ready for tomorrow. I hope all of you are. So, that brings us to the spot where I get to say to all of you, let's get that money. Oh, hold on a second, folks. I was getting ready to shut it down, but my chat was not updating. Let me just say hi right now. My mother is in the chat right now. My mom is here. My mom is here in the chat right now as we speak. For those who do not know, my mom's here supporting us. The name you see there, Rose, that's my mom. That's my mom right there. That's Mama Magnum in the chat right now, supporting her son, giving him the big shout out. Mom, all finished with the axe. Check it out. Finished this up today. Handle's all done. It's ready for work. Proud of that. Worked hard on it too. That's right. That's what's up. Oh, there you go. There you go. But yeah, for those that don't know, my mom is in the chat right now. She's hanging out with us and showing everyone that yes, the family's behind me. That's what's up. So again, look at that. Look at that. Finished it all up. What do you think, Mom? Looks pretty good. I even took a little bit of the handle off so it fits the hand a little bit better when my hand's down here at the bottom. That's right. That's right. Very, very proud of my work. And see, again, I will tell you all where I live. Project Lena in action. Oh yeah, we're going to get some work done to Project Lena. And again, we are very close to having the money-making stuff turned back on. That's what's up. And Project Spirit, again, almost 300,000 miles. That's what's up. You know, so we're going to continue the work there. Automatic transmission on board, ready to go. Hopefully all goes well. I got to take some money over to our friends at Torque Diesel and Auto tomorrow. Y'all don't let me forget that. I got to take care of that after work. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is exciting times. You guys are watching it happen before your eyes. And one time, the Prince Magnum channel was fully monetized. We're almost there again. You guys' help. She'll probably give me a call and say, it looks good, son. Proud of you. You know, put a lot of hard work into it. Oh, real quick. For those who are wondering, hang on. Bicycle projects all painted. Check that out, guys. Isn't that something? More projects being completed here. I'm proud of the work we're doing. Thanks, Plucky. All righty. So that does now bring us to a good stopping point. I got to relax. I got work tomorrow. Oh, is Mikey G live? Grab his link. We'll go over and say hi. Remember, Prince Magnum channel, Prince Magnum raid. That's how we do it. Let's go raid him real quick. Oh, don't forget, Wednesday we got the raid stream. All right? Don't forget. Raid stream, Wednesday. The moment that link is dropped, we'll get over there to Mikey G. Oh, you love the color? Yeah. It's just a gloss hunter green. It looks amazing on there. And wait until you see it in the sunlight. We're going to start putting it back together here pretty soon. I'm excited about this. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting a good minute for this. Proud of it. Worked hard. Lots of hard work went into that bicycle. We're not even done yet. So, as soon as we got that, if anyone wants to grab Mikey G's, link, drop it in the chat. We're going to get over there, raid him, show him some love. And then I need to start getting ready, jump on to Fortnite for a little bit, and then it's off to, actually, we'll just go over there. Y'all got I don't have my other device on me. Doggone it. All righty. So that brings us to beer and chicken. Okay. A little different. Why not? All right. That does bring us to our usual spot. Oh, there you go. Our usual spot goes like this as we end the stream. Get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their... I think he's streaming something special for them today. And as always, for every last one of you out there, no one out there has told any of you that they love you today. Prince Magnum does. God bless you. And have a happy 24. Thank you. Oh, you uploaded. Okay. I'll still get over there.